If there was only one plant that I could use for, shall we say, upper respiratory infections that also happened to be antifungal, antiviral, and antibacterial, it would be Biden's alba or Biden's pilosa. What we commonly call Spanish needle, it grows all over the southern United States, and it is arguably one of the best pollinators in the South, but it's also probably the most useful weed in the southern United States. This miracle weed grows on the edges of gardens and food forests all over the United States. The flowers look like kind of slightly deformed daisies. So let's talk about two things. One is the historical use, but secondly, the scientific data that backs up all the stuff, now, because science is real. During the Civil War era, when penicillin was not available, this was used instead because of its incredible medicinal properties. The leaves can be crushed and used as a poultice, or the leaves and flowers can also be used as a tea. For long-term storage, you can actually make a tincture out of this using vodka or glycerin, and that will store for 10 years plus. Now, let's talk about science, because science is real, and it's really important for us to, pay attention to. The Journal of Pharmaceutical Investigation is one of many organizations that have sponsored clinical and even double-blind studies using Biden's alba and Biden's pilosa. And I will go ahead and put the link to a couple of those in the comments, but I realize it's hard to click those, so it's probably easier for you just to Google scientific studies using Biden's alba or Biden's pilosa. And as always, I am not a doctor, but I would recommend talking to your doctor to see if there's going to be any known drug interactions of things you may currently be taking, to see if this is something that you should add into your diet. But always check with your primary care physician first. As with any plants or plant medicine, I always want to recommend working with that primary care physician. I think it's important to honor both science, because that's a thing, but also thousands of years of anecdotal evidence and historical data that tribes and people groups have been using since the dawn of time. Both of those have value. So before the cold season comes in, harvest some Spanish needle, Biden's alba, make some tea, dry some of the herbs, or consider making a tincture and see what happens. Enjoy, and I will see you in the garden. Oh, and if you wouldn't mind, bookmark the video, press like, leave a comment, you know the drill. Love to help others that, may find this information beneficial. Again, thank you so much.